Welcome back to Skjordi's Never-Ending journey. Last time we left off, we had just gotten our prisoner cuffs. We got a few goals for today. First thing is we gotta make some friends. Then we're gonna go foraging. And we're gonna get our enchanting up to 100. So first thing, we're gonna start by getting some money in order to hire Janasa. An easy spot to grab some money is going to be in the Hall of Countenance. There is a merchant chest easily available just from looking at the floor. So we're going to use that in order to get a quick 500 gold. As long as you look at that floor seam near the illusion mage's room, you're gonna find it. So now all we're doing is deadloading Skjordi from Hall of Countenance over to the Drunken Huntsman.
You have chosen wisely. Lead on.
Janasa is hired. We can make a save. And then next we're gonna go from the Reaper's Lair out to the Soul Cairn. We're gonna take that same save from the Drunken Huntsman. Now I've tried this run from the Soul Cairn normal entrance and from the Reaper's Lair entrance. Reaper's Lair is going to be faster. And then all we're going to do here is run up, grab the skull and save. At this point, we're going to load up that same Reaper's Lair. And we're going to send that quick save that just grabbed the skull through. Now we're going to run up to the same spot, but this time we should be able to find the soul that tells us to go get Arvak. Now, I know I'm not doing too many cuts in this playthrough. Part of that is because I want you guys to see everything. Make sure I'm not doing something off of the playthrough and showing you footage after. This is all of Skjordi's play is going to be on film. So right here, there's the soul guy. You can see in the corner we got summon Arvak.
Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
So now we're gonna start our forage run. First place we're gonna start foraging at is in Valerica's study. She has a lot of really good ingredients in there. And again, I'm going to include these failed load warps so you guys can kind of see what it looks like when it doesn't work. That one worked. Right now I'm scrolling through my saves menu down to main menu. Alright, so now Skjordi is in Volkahar Ruins. We're gonna go back to Skeleton Kitty. And we're gonna drink our pot while looking at all of these ingredients. The 5 we're gonna need are blue mountain flower, eye of saber cat, grass pod, hawk feathers, and river betty. We're going to be deadload duping all of those ingredients in this room, and we want about 50 copies of each ingredient by the time we're done. Since this portion of the video is going to be primarily deadloading footage, I figured I would fill the time by focusing on the roleplay aspect of Skjordi and her adventure. So it's really kind of simple. Skjordi would like to mantle Talos and achieve Kim. Basically, she wants to become aware that she is in a video game and ascend past existing in the video game. I like to imagine she's kind of on her way there already. The line I like to think about is the Dragonborn dragon breaking Skyrim. It just sounds really good to me. She's gonna attempt to conquer everything Skyrim has to offer. And all of the glitches and load warping we do is a part of the roleplay. Whenever she's teleporting between doors in game, that is canon. When she deadload dupes something, it's like she's grabbing the same item from different versions of the same reality and bringing them to her own. Next thing we're gonna do is a load warp over to Ancestor's Glade for some yellow mountain flower. Unfortunately, we aren't gonna be able to deadload these yellow mountain flowers. We will have to wait and follower dupe them later. Alright, so now we got our yellow mountain flowers. Next foraging location is gonna be Redwater Den. And here we're looking for the beehive husk. In order for us to set up the deadload dupe, we're gonna have to take a version of Skeleton Kitty that has a follower and that hasn't drank a pot, and we're gonna have to bring them to Redwater Den. So now that we got a follower and we have our deadload pot that we can use, we're gonna move Serana down and we're gonna sit on this bench. Have your weapon equipped, jump, and activate the chair. After that, you can enter the follower command mode and you can walk through walls.
I hope we reach Ancestor Glade soon. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
So now we're gonna drink our deadload pot, make a save, and load Skjordi. Skjordi took the beehive husk, quit to desktop. Now we're gonna do it all over again. The reason I'm quitting to desktop is because when I load Skeleton Kitty again from where they did their deadload dupe, the item there is now missing. So to fix that, quit back to desktop, and then the item is back where it was. So now we're going to Raven Rock Mine. We need the same setup as for Redwater Den, a follower, and our potion of deadload.
I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
Do a follower chair clip. And then we'll get out around where the enchanting table is. No, that's it, an alchemy table. Around where this alchemy table is. Now we're gonna drink our potion of deadload, make a save. We gotta get Skjordi over here. Make a deadload. We'll load Skjordi. So now Skjordi's in. We can load our dupe save. Load Skjordi. Get our Netch Jelly. Same as the past few deadloads. And here the main ingredients we're looking for are Netch Jelly and Ash Creep Cluster. Alright, so now that the deadload portion of foraging is complete, we're gonna switch gears and become a vampire. We're gonna use the vampire in Mara's Eye Den, as it's already close to a player home that we're gonna use.
What was that? I knew it! Ugh.
It's important that we become undead early. There are a few different things in the game that check for an undead tag, and
What was that?
if we can have those things register as undead every time, that's how we're gonna prefer it. So we just got our undead tag. Any checks for undead now are gonna consider us as undead. Right here we're gonna deadload the Dawnstar. And we're gonna wait 3 days and let our vampirism kick
I've
in.
got to get out of this town. Irgnir, get a hold of yourself.
It's imperative that we did this inside of the inn and not outside. Since we're inside the inn, we can reset the Dawnstar Khajiit chest.
Over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you.
So now we're gonna go outside,
Has no
and we need a Fortify Conjuration enchantment, as well as a Mage backpack.
divine sake.
If you didn't find these 2 items in the chest, reload your quick save from inside of the inn, exit the inn, and check the chest again. So now from here we're gonna fast travel to Dawnstar to let Janasa catch up with us. And then we're gonna make a home for ourselves at Gallows Hall. Alright, now that we're inside Gallows Hall, we'll start the chest like normal. Read the journal, read the note, grab the torches, pick up the staff, now we're gonna ask Janasa to unlock this safe.
We're one of the same.
We're gonna
now.
make sure she's got
If
some
that is what you
lockpicks.
wish. Let's go. Will do.
And now we can loot the safe. We're gonna read the note, grab our hat, and we took a nap too early. We actually need to pray before we need to take a nap. We're gonna go around and pick up some rocks. Now for this last part, this is probably the most important part. We're gonna put our rocks onto the holders. But we're not gonna activate the shrine ourselves. We wanna figure out a way to keep these stupid dreamer thingies. So instead of activating it ourselves, we're gonna let Janessa do it.
Will do.
And they just don't turn into black soul gems. Now this next part is a little confusing, but right now there's still quest items. But once we get them all out of our inventory again, they will not be. So now they're not quest items anymore. We can pick them all up. And we can drop them. Fun little unique for you to grab. Now we're gonna go back to Dawnstar. And this time, when we get back there, the Khajiit should be outside. Now, if the Khajiit for you are not outside or they're sitting down,
It has to be.
you're gonna have to try again. Figure out another time to go back, but in order to do this next part, they need to be standing up and they need to be there.
You've come to Dawnstar at a strange time.
So we got Bloodworm on. We got both of our enchantments boosted by it. So now we can summon Arvak. We'll have enough magicka. Now the next part of this is we're just going to push Akari all the way over to her merchant chest.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for
I know it can seem maybe a little painstaking, but the time it saves from running back and forth between her and the chest is really worth it in my opinion. Once you see how fast we acquire that 30k, you're gonna understand.
goods and come.
Alright, so now Akari's in place. We're gonna quick save, equip flames, quick save again,
So many. Take a look.
and now we're gonna start hit save loading.
Lead you to one cell.
All you gotta do, empty the chest, quick save, fire, load the quick save, talk,
Take a look.
loot the
I
chest,
hope that you will come to the
quick save, fire, load the quick save. Now we're gonna keep doing this until we have about 30 grand. From what I've noticed, that's about how long it takes for us to get each of these other items that I'm thinking about getting. Normally they just pop up at some point. So get around 30k, maybe 25 is enough for you. But while we're doing this, we're also counting on us getting all the enchantments we could possibly get. We're also counting on us getting all the ingredients that we need.
Come and take a look. Swift hunting.
Alright. So we have our 30 grand. And what we want to do is store all the stuff we're not going to use. I was pressing the take all because I knew it was going to be faster than me trying to pilfer through items around 40 to 50 times. I'd rather do it all in one lump sum.
The wind blows bitter cold in this place.
Alright, so now that we've gotten rid of all the trash, we're going to go back. We're going to store all of our items back at home. Now my suggestion for you, if you wanted to follow what I'm doing, pick the correct containers, don't just store everything in one. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to navigate all of the items you need. Right here, I thought I forgot something and I didn't. Yep, I have it. Then we're also gonna disenchant all of our items we grabbed, with the exception of resist frost. If you want to keep the enchantment resist frost and use it on your pieces, just choose a different enchantment to not learn. Any enchantment would be okay, just needs to be one you don't know. And it needs to be left that way. And then I always use this coffin as my extra items / secondary trash can. Now the next part of this is going to be follower dupes. You should pretty much know how this kind of thing works. There's way too many videos about it. I don't need to tell you how to do it again. Now, I wanted to touch on the not removing any gameplay footage thing I said earlier. I just want to include everything that's essential to play like Skjordi. It doesn't need to be like including every single failed load warp or stuff like that, or if I reset a chest, I'm not gonna include every single time I'm exiting a cell and checking it. I'm just gonna show you the version where she got to the correct item from that chest. I figured I'd take this time to do a couple shout outs. First of all, big one is Sicklif. If I had never interacted and found his channel, I don't think I would be here making this playthrough. I want to shout out Jita or Geta. They have very good videos on doing some interesting Skyrim glitches. I want to do a shout out to Johansson. We're going to take advantage of his potion creation stuff in episode 3. A lot of the setup today was for that. I'd like to shout out Leopold, big fan, always have been. The way you twist these exploits into creative videos never ceases to amaze. I also want to thank Moo, Yarikomi Darkness Player. They have some really good videos as well about these niche glitches that I'm using. Shout out to Yarrow Sweet Joel. Been a big fan for a while. Shout out to House Hosted. There's plenty of others in the Sicklif Discord that I would like to shout out as well.
that is what you wish. I'll be right here then. Yes, Sarah? I am the shadow at your back. Yes, sir. If that is what you wish. Let's go.
So now we're gonna store our ingredients and prepare for our next little hunting escapade. So for this next part, we're gonna load warp to Hobbs Fall. Jump up the rock here to skip the dungeon.
I do not envy those creatures that make us home in such a cold, dark place as this.
Victory is yours. I submit.
Fire, frost, or lightning, you will suffer at my hand. Where are you?
Now we're looking for the ancient tome chest. We're just gonna learn everything in there. Make a quick save. And then we're gonna go to Rime Rock Burrow. Descend down the mountain, and you want to get to Icewater Jetty. Turn on our potion sprint.
Never should. Come here. My money's on the table.
Now we're gonna go to Castle Volkihar, and we're gonna kill one of these bone hawks. Right here, I kill one first try. Why I reload the save, I don't know. I think in my head I was expecting to kill multiple birds, but I don't have a lot of magicka yet. So there we killed a bird again. This time I'm gonna cut my losses, just be fine with this amount of loot. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Gallows Hall and pick up our Minotaur horns. We didn't get as much as we really wanted of those, only 39. And we're gonna go back to do another follower dupe in Whiterun. This time we're duping the Bonehawk items as well as Minotaur horns. You know the deal. I'm gonna speed through it.
Soon, I can almost taste it.
Need something? If that is what you wish. Let's go.
So now Skjordi's back home. We're gonna store our ingredients and make some necklaces. Make some strips, because why not? We have a bunch of material. Store all the extra stuff. And then another side quest here. We're gonna get to enchanting in the last 10 minutes. We start off with a dead load in the Mirror Watch Gallery. Then we get our dead load dupe save going. We just gave Skjordi some destruction staffs. Now we're gonna give Skjordi some heartstones. So we didn't get enough. Get our dupes again. And then now we're gonna go to Blood Chill Cavern. Get a load warp. Skjordi is now a Blood Chill. And then we're gonna run right down to where the waiter is. And we're gonna go to this door on the right of him. Make sure your follower has some lockpicks.
What? We're one of the same kind, if that is what you wish. Let's go.
And then we're gonna ask her to wait in front of this door and kind of bump her into it.
Be careful. Will do.
There you go, she just opens the door. Lockpicking 100, I guess. Now we're gonna enchant some destruction staves. I think we needed about 8 or 9 to get to 100. We're gonna store our trash.
And I am the shadow at your back.
Alright, now we're gonna go back to Whiterun and we're gonna dupe our necklaces. We didn't get quite as many as we want.
I've been looking. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
And we're gonna level up to level 5. You might be wondering, how are we gonna do that? I got enough experience to go past level 5. But there is a cute little glitch where if you just keep spamming down, you can get out of this level up. Right there, I did it at level 5. And now we're gonna switch to survival mode for a minute. This is so we can allocate our perks without getting any more level ups, and it's nice and easy. We're gonna get all 4 perks in this one path. Turn survival mode off because it is not fun to play on. And we're gonna dupe some necklaces.
Good find. Yes. If that is what you wish. I am the shadow at your back.
So right here, we are going to enchant a Bonehawk amulet with alchemy and smithing. Rename it. And then we're gonna gather all our ingredients to prepare for the cook in episode 3. That's it.